Howdy, 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 everybody. Welcome to another episode. It's been a while. Before we go any further, let me refresh my YouTube page because I'm going to have to hit the mute button. There we go. All right. I hope everybody has had a great week. It's been a while. It's been a long time since we've had one of these. The last time I surprised the entire bearding community and I brought back Sean P. And of course, he still doesn't answer his phone, but he's in my Killer Cool So Secret wrestling chat. If y'all don't know nothing about that, I don't know what to tell you.
Ooh, a wrestling chat.
It's called the Killer Cool So Super Secret Wrestling Chat. That's what it is. I got a couple nice people in there. You'd be surprised. And
That's awesome.
Most of the time we're making up dream matches and watching the dirt sheets and such and watching the pay-per-views together. So I hope everybody has had a good week so far. I hope everybody's getting ready for the holiday. But enough of that CSBS. You all know what that stands for if you follow me. This guy over here, we're going to point.
Hey.
And that guy right there has been a long time follower of mine. And I follow him just as long. He has a great YouTube channel. He has a better looking hairdo than I do. And I'm kind of jealous. I mean, I'm just saying. He has a fabulous looking beard. And he brings a different perspective to the bearding community. I don't know if I've ever told him that, but we're going to get into that here in a little bit. Everybody welcome Dave from Cali's Groom Room. Thank you for coming in, man.
Thanks for having me. It's been a long minute, man. This was it took us a long time to plan this.
Yeah, it has. I took a little break, as everybody who follows knows, and I said, you know what? It's time to bring it back. And I took a little break, we're hearing a delay. It must be you.
Sorry about that. Yeah, that was me.
That's okay. I took a little break, and I decided, you know what? I'm feeling good. It's time to bring this back. You hear the background noise? That's Mandy. She's wrapping Christmas presents. She's busy, and I think most of them are mine, if I'm not mistaken, dear.
Well, they're wrapping and they were yours.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'm done.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get into this chat. How the hell have you been?
Busy as always.
But
I've been doing. Yeah, man, it's a Dixon. We had to do this thing right, man. If we're gonna do it, we have to go big,
Well, I didn't even know we were supposed to wear a Dixon. I took mine off because I wear one to work every day because they work.
Oh, I knew I should have coordinated with you because I planned this. So I was like, if I'm gonna be there, I got to do it right. I think I saw the Dixon flannels on your channel, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure.
I've never reviewed them. Not that I wouldn't. I just never thought about reviewing them. But I will say they are my favorite flannel. And it's not because they're so popular and cool. No, they're nice. They're really nice flannels. I don't think they're expensive. I think the price is what they're worth.
I've had hit or miss luck with them as far as quality goes.
I didn't want to say anything about that because are you having the strands of the fabric coming off and such too?
I'm experiencing an extreme amount of pilling on some. This one is the best one. And this was the most affordable one that I purchased through them.
That was probably one of their $30 or $40 ones, I'm guessing, because they do those from time to time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to say I'm done buying their flannels, but I have, I think, 15. And that was in my wrestling chat. We were talking about that not that long ago. I said, I can't justify buying clothes that I'm just going to sit. If I'm not wearing them as much as I should, why keep them, Why invest in them as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think the essentials are you need a great barber. So that I don't mind spending money on. You have to have great footwear in all facets of life, whether it's what you do for a living at your job, or casually, whatever. If you're going to be on your feet for an extended period of time, you have to have good shoes.
Yeah.
And of course, if you have a beard, you got to have quality beard products.
That's true. That I was waiting to see what all you were going to say for the essentials there. I can't disagree with any of those. The only one that I would say about, and you might not believe me, is the shoes. I say that I'm not one that goes and spends hundreds and hundreds of any kind on the new Jordans. True story. I've never owned a pair of his shoes. I don't like them.
Me neither.
Don't like them.
I've never owned a pair because I can't justify the price.
that was where I was going with the hundreds and such. I've spent close to 200 on basketball shoes, but I was playing basketball in them. I used to play when I was younger. My favorite player was Allen Iverson, and I always had all the new Reeboks that come out. Had to have them. And as I got older, I said, I have one pair left and I actually bought them from, of all places, the old East Bay catalog.
I remember East Bay.
Yeah. I bought them and they were like, maybe it'd been $60. I don't remember what I have the answer for. I have them. They're in a box. I think I may have worn them one time.
I had an East Bay catalog when I was little, and I had a Columbia House.
12, my God.
12 CDs for a penny.
Now let's get to let's get to know Dave here, because we haven't spoken like this in a long time. So let me go. How old are you? Honestly, I'm gonna guess. I wouldn't even have said that. Honestly, I would have said in your very beginning of 30s. No joke.
Well, I appreciate that. That's quality skincare products and good genetics.
37 years old. Now, are you in California?
I'm not. I'm in the same state as you, brother.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did the reason why I asked that question is because I was gonna say my first real question was, where do you live? And the reason why I ask is because when I read your YouTube handle, mm-hmm. I automatically assume this guy's from California. Where did the name come from then?
That's in my name.
What do you mean?
That is my last name.
Oh, your last name is Cali.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it Cali? I've never heard of that for a last name from anyone.
Hey, it was a birthday gift.
Okay. David Cali. I honestly thought you were from California. I had no idea. Okay.
Everybody does.
Well, that's not a bad thing to say.
No. No. Hey.
What part of Pennsylvania are you in?
I'm right outside of Philly.
Okay. I'm in from the bottom. I'm about maybe 10 minutes in the state. I'm in Greencastle. I'm about 3 hours away from you.
Oh, okay. How far are you from Erie?
Oh, Erie's way at the top, man.
Okay, so I'm at the opposite side. Okay, I got you.
My wife's dog wears a Dixon and I don't. Okay, well that ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, so you're still in the city per se. Now, you do. How do I want to word this? I don't want to say it the wrong way. When you're on camera, you look well groomed. You look like you take care of yourself, which is a good thing. What exactly do you do for a job?
I'm in sales.
You're in sales. Okay, so you're a salesman of some sort. So you get to look pretty all day. I'm not making fun of you. You know
no,
where I'm going.
It's all good. If I want, yeah. I mean, there's what I'm doing now is like polar opposite of what I was doing. So I'm not in a suit and tie anymore. I have freedom to wear jeans and a polo if I want to, with a pair of sneakers on. So it's not a traditional office like I was in before.
Okay.
I choose not to. In ways, I'm a bit of an old soul. So there's just certain things that I don't. Now I'm feeling like you. I don't want to word this incorrectly or come off like a pompous ass, but
Yeah.
I I don't know. I hold myself to a certain level of standards, and when I think of the workplace,
Mm.
I would never dare show up in like a wrinkled uniform or something like that. I don't know. But to me, when they said collared shirt, jeans or khakis, I said dress pants and button down. Sounds good to me.
Okay. All right.
I'll drop the suit jacket.
Yeah. How how did you or tell me about your ups and downs of what you do for a living? Tell me what's good about it. Tell me what's bad about it.
The hours are fantastic. I actually have a life now, so that's awesome. I'm loving that. Um, I mean, you're selling things, so when business is good and clients are willing to listen to you and purchase from you, that's great. When they're not, things don't go so well. So that hurts your wallet. That affects your income. So that's hey, straight bearded, what's up, buddy? It's one of those things, but it's all at the end of the day, what I do, it's a numbers game. So I don't really focus on the day itself because it's a month over month type of business I'm in.
Mm.
So I'm not really worried about. I don't live within the day. If I have a crappy day, it's all right. I'll just make up for it tomorrow.
Good.
I also I've been through so much crap in my life that I really don't try to let any one thing bring me down.
I've needed that encouragement here in the past year, and I need to get my ass in that mind frame. I really have had. I've had a great support in doing that, and that really, the way you said that really strikes me kind of hard. I need to start thinking and focusing like that.
It's hard because there's so many things in a day. Like today, this is where I'm trying to teach myself a new skill here, and it's hard. It's very difficult because I woke up this morning, I got up really, really early, which I basically do every day, and I was like, okay, I know I have to get at least 5 out of these 30 million things that need to get done, and today's the day. So, like, in the morning, I was great. Everything was cool. As the day got on, I got in my own head and was like, that stuff could wait. The moment I did that, that's it. As soon as that thought crosses my mind, like, hey, that could wait, it's over. Forget it.
My field, as I'm an old fogey, I've been in warehousing business for a long time. Headbang, what's this say? Metal headbang like that button. Yes, that'd be great. Thank you, Stephen. In my field, I work in the inventory department of where I work, and it's just busy work all day long, checking something, fixing people's mistakes and stuff. I kind of can't do that. Get a little bit overwhelmed from time to time, and that thought has actually never crossed my mind. Is that can wait? That really hasn't. And funny thing is my own boss. She said that to me today. She said we're one thing I had to do. She goes, that can wait till tomorrow, and I kind of what? I wasn't expecting to hear that by any means. I said, okay. So I think what I'm trying to say is I need to start saying that to myself a lot more and stop worrying so much. I think that's a lot of people's problems, honestly. They have so much on their plate and they're just,
And it's funny too, because I was actually referring to my personal life, but when I'm at work and I know there's things that need to get done, I'm on them. But it's like when I'm off and I'm like, oh, I have all this stuff to do and I woke up early, that's great. I could get everything done that I needed to do. Halfway through the day, I was like, it's all good.
Nice. So you're go ahead.
But yeah, I do see it a lot. And a lot of it has to do, I think, and I'm not afraid to talk about it. Anybody can ask me any question they want about this topic. I think a lot of it really has to do with people's mental health. I really do think, because as everybody knows that struggles with anything, it's hard to accomplish tasks that are in front of you when you have other shit from the outside kind of fogging that, and it's hard to find clarity. But if you start taking baby steps to thinking a little bit more clearly, you really can curb mental issues slightly.
I think you're right. I do. I really do. So you're the type of guy, I'm guessing, keep in mind, because I don't know Dave 100% well. We know each other from social media.
And let me tell you, nobody knows me 100%.
That's true. No one knew the bad guy either, but you claim to be the bad guy, but I have the title on my thing. I'm just saying. So you can, I can tell you can say you like your job. You like what you do, right?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the reason why I asked that question is because as I look at you, as that was the road I was trying to go down. You are a well-groomed person. And this is a part of your job, obviously, because you're in sales. Where did you get into making content and creating such from making sales? How did you get into this?
You know what's funny is, so now you're jogging my memory. We're gonna have to go back to like 2017, maybe. I got into wet shaving, right? And I started doing these Facebook lives. I was part of the Facebook groups, and that was part of like the tradition, if you will, of the Facebook group. So I started doing that, and I was just doing it for fun, really. Talking a little bit about the product, sharing my experience live on the phone, and it was cool. And then after a while, a buddy of mine had reached out to me, within the community, reached out to me, and he said, "Listen, man," he's like, "Not for nothing, but maybe you should think about starting a YouTube channel." And I was like, "No, I can't do that." I said, "In front of a live audience is a lot different than being by yourself. I can't do that, like, by myself stuff."
Yeah.
And because I'm a mixture. Sometimes I really just like to get behind the camera and let loose, and other times I'm just kind of like relaxed, and I don't really feel like bringing all that energy, so I'm a little bit more chill. But I was like, I can't get on camera and act like a goof by myself. That's weird. I can't do that. So eventually I made the transition, but that's really where it started.
SOTND people. Oh,
so what are you asking me? Are you asking me about beard product or fragrance?
Probably both. Or fragrance. Yeah. What are you wearing?
So today in beard, I have weather beard, cherry smoke cherry.
Yeah. Okay. I can't remember the name of it. I know what you're talking about.
I got it wrong when I was texting him the other night too.
Smokewood cherry.
Damn it. I forget. I always get the name backwards. But anyway, fragrance is Baccarat Rouge 540 by Maison Francis Kirkjean.
So you started your YouTube channel. Was this wet shaving from the beginning?
No, it was a combination of fragrance, hair product, and beard product too. I had it all mixed in. I made the decision to transfer my content from Instagram to YouTube over quarantine because I had all that. Yeah, I had all that downtime. I was like, well, I'll just transfer the stuff over and see what happens.
Yeah.
So if you go back to like the early videos, you'll see that the camera, if you're watching it on YouTube, you'll see that the camera angle is sideways. Because it just, yeah, I literally just took those from Instagram and just put them on YouTube. I was like, screw it, whatever.
Okay. So reviewing hair products, beard products, and fragrances. I'm very curious because you are the first person that I have had talked to in general, which I don't know the exact term for this, but I call it in the perfumery
Yeah.
community. How different is that? Because I don't know a whole hell of a lot of colognes, and I know you and Rob are like head over heels, which is great. How the hell did you dive deep into that? Like, when you say you started, you were doing all the products in general. What were you buying in the beginning, and how did you get into more expensive stuff? Because I don't know the all I know to buy is like something that's at the mall, which is
Yeah.
not that expensive per se. How did you transition to way more expensive? What got you to do that?
Okay. So we're gonna go back even further. That's before content. That's before content. So I guess we could call this part of it my grooming journey, I guess, because it really was a journey. So I'm glad that we're doing this because this is the first time that anybody's ever really digging deep. So I really appreciate that from you, Scott. I gotta say. Um I went through a really, really rough time in my life. Bad breakup, bad situation, broke, no money, had to move back with my mother. It was just bad, bad all the way around. I'm not going to dive too much into it, but it was really bad. So I wasn't really feeling like myself anymore, and I said something's got to give. And I know one thing is for sure, like I want to be alive because at this point in time I had one child, and I was like, if not for me, I got to be there for him. So something's got to give, and I decided to start taking care of myself. And the first thing that I started with was my hair, because that's like, if somebody looks at you from top to bottom, the first thing they're going to see is your hair.
Yep.
So I was like, I have to figure out a way to style this bitch. So I found me a great barber. He's been my barber for the past 7 years now. We're pretty great friends. So that's that. And then I thought, if I could find hair product reviewers on YouTube, I wonder what the hell else is on YouTube.
Yeah.
So from hair, I went to fragrance. From fragrance, I found beard, beard product influencers, reviewers, whatever we call each other this day and age. I don't know.
I just call myself just a regular dude who just sits in front of a camera from time to time. That's about what I am.
Seriously. And
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is. People get upset. They're like, "Oh, I'm not an influencer. I'm a reviewer." Who cares?
It
Let
doesn't
people say
matter
what they
what you
want.
call. It doesn't matter what you call yourself. You're a content creator at the end of the day, and just leave it at that. That's the way I
Yeah.
see it. That's
Yeah,
pretty much my take on that anymore. There's a lot of things I try to steer away from, but the perfumery and fragrance community, how different is that from our bearding community, which is full of garbage and drama, as we know so well. How different is the fragrance community?
Really not much different in that regard. It sees its fair amount of drama, and it's kind of like, that I'm in a really small part of the beard community. Like when the drama and stuff happens in the beard community, I don't know like what's going on most of the time. So sometimes folks are like, "Oh, did you hear about this, and this? They were trashing your buddy so and so," and I'm like, I don't even know who the hell that is.
Right.
No, the fragrance community. The way that I figured out how to stay out of all this is I have my folks that I associate with pretty much on a daily basis at this point. I'm cool with them. If I'm friends with you and you have beef with somebody else, that's not my problem. I'm out of it.
Yeah.
I
That's
just
how I feel about stuff now.
I just sit in the back. I'm like, all right, if you have a problem with this person and whatever, or even if that was shitty, I've even called some of my friends out before, not like this. I would never call somebody out in public, just not my style.
Right.
But I have told people, like, listen, I understand you're upset. You came off a little, you weren't right, and he had a right to be upset at you, and that's what happens when you act like a kid. You get treated like a kid. You got what you got, and that's it.
Yeah.
But to answer your original question, Scott, it's not much different. Some parts of it I would even say are a little bit worse. I don't know. But the thing of it is, yes, there's going to be drama in every single community. Yes, there's going to be people that are assholes and everything else. All you have to do is just know who's got your back, hang out with them, trust them, talk to them. Don't worry about all the other nonsense, or at least try not to.
That's what I try to do. I try to stay away from all that stuff anymore. Me with mental health problems has been enough to deal with and handle. So I try to stay out of all that crap anymore. So educate me. How did you go down this? I'm asking you because I don't know. The colognes that I have here at the house, well, 2 of them I got rid of. You can laugh at me all you want.
No,
I bought them because they smelled good, and I didn't know what was good or bad, and I still don't. I got rid of my 2 Victoria's Secret colognes. I use them at work every day. I got rid of those. Now I'm using one that they don't even make anymore. I bought it off eBay 6-7 years ago for, I don't know, maybe $20. When I bought it, when it was popular and awesome, it was almost $100 and some. That's Kenneth Cole Reaction Connected, the blue bottle.
Yep.
That is so good. I don't care what anybody says. I still love that to this day.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. First of all, shout out to Gerard. I can't wait to see you this weekend, buddy. Back to this. Whatever people want to have in their collection is their business. That's the way I look at it. I don't hate on anybody. People ask me from the beer community, people ask me for recommendations on more affordable fragrances. If I could steer them in the direction, great. If I can't, I know people that can, so I kind of connect them that way. But everybody has a budget. Some have more of a disposable income than others. And, it's just anything that you could relate to fragrance, you can relate back to beard products also, because there too, you have folks that are on the, you have brands that are charging a premium, and then you have brands that make a more affordable product. And if the more affordable options work for you, whether it be hair, fragrance, beard products, use them and don't care what other people think, because it's not their life, it's yours. So who cares what other people think about you,
What was the first fragrance you reviewed?
I was trying to look for that the other day. I think, if memory serves me correct, so I could be pretty damn wrong. Oh, Zaharoff Pour-Homme, Signature Pour-Homme. That was the first fragrance. That was the first fragrance I ever reviewed.
How many colognes, fragrances do you have that you know of? Because I see a ton of them behind you.
I plead the fifth. Next question.
That's what I thought.
No. I haven't counted, but I'm willing to bet I have close to 300.
Oh my Lord. And have you purchased all these yourself, or have companies sent you stuff to review?
I would say about 98% of my collection is purchased. Wow. There are some things there that have been sent out, but most of what I have was purchased by me.
Where do you find the fragrances? Because I'm assuming that some of them are fairly expensive. Where do you shop for these other than their specific websites? Is there stores or any? Because the only thing we have where I'm around me is Sephora. And I know that that is not very expensive. Where do you find these?
Well, some things, again, though, that depends, because there's a lot of guys I talk to within the community and without outside of the fragrance community that $65 to $100 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
In that scenario, in that situation, what I recommend is giving, a Burlington or TJ Maxx a shot. I just posted a story the other day. Oh man, I don't have it in front of me, but I just purchased an awesome fragrance for $20 at Burlington.
We
Don't
have one
sleep
of those.
on them.
We have one of those in Hagerstown, Maryland, which is 10 minutes away from me. I never even thought to even go there because every time I think of Burlington Coat Factory, the only thing I think of is their deals they have on their clothes. It never registers.
Listen, I buy clothes from there too. Are you kidding me? Some things they have in there are pretty damn solid.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, though, it doesn't matter to me what somebody's wearing. You could take a $15 jacket, put a nice outfit around it, and make it look like people will think that, like, wow, he must have spent hundreds of dollars on that wardrobe right there. No, you just know how to coordinate. That's all it is.
That's the first thing I thought of when I look at your thumbnails and I see you I watch your videos that you coordinate your outfit and stuff. I can see you doing that, and I see you doing it very well. And like, keep in mind, we have never met. I can see you. Right. I can see you coordinating your scent, your beard, your hair, your down to your clothes. I can see you doing that. I'm the guy, and I'm not making this up. I wear the same damn clothes to work 5 days a week. I do, unless I sweat in them. But for the most part, I could care less what I would look like, and I'm like that all the time.
No, so it's funny too because out of my group of close friends here, I'm the only one like this.
I don't know.
It's just me. I don't know. Actually, I do know. My uncle said something to me when I was younger, and it stuck with me. And I think I've developed a complex of sorts. He said to me, I was 15 years old. I was 15 or 16 at the time. And he lived just 4 blocks from me. He asked me if I wanted to go to the store with him, and I said, sure. It was late at night. He picked me up. We go to the grocery store. It's probably about 9, 10 o'clock at night. He's got a button down on, khakis. I have pajama pants on and a t-shirt. And I said, what in the freak grocery store are we going to that you dress like that? And he's like, let me tell you something. He's like, somebody's first impression of you is the lasting one. So what happens if I meet a nice young lady down there? You think she's going to want to talk to me if I look like a scrub? If I look like you? He said. Now we're Italian, so I understood what he was saying. It's like it's kind of like street lingo, but like blunt force street lingo. So he said, if I look like that, you think I'm gonna get a girl? No freaking way. What if maybe I see my friend that's a lawyer? He doesn't know me in a t-shirt and pajamas.
Have a point.
And I said, damn, you're right. First impressions. I said, now I feel like a piece of shit, and I kind of don't want to go in that grocery store.
But you went in, didn't you?
I did. And then eventually I understood, but it's true, though, when you think about it. It is true. And do I think everybody needs to go out now and start color coordinating and doing all this great? No, live your life. Have a great time. Whatever. If you want to wear shorts and a t-shirt all year round, even if you're in Alaska, go for it. It's your life. Live it. Have a blast. But what I will tell you, outside of like the jeans and the casual pants that I have, I don't invest hardly any money into the button downs you see me in the dress shirts that I have. Why do you think I have so damn many of them?
That's true. Never thought of that.
Yeah. because that's one time where I'll take quantity over quality, because when 95% of the tags say made in China, and we've got something that ranges from $10 to $200, you mean to tell me there's a serious difference in quality? Come on. Come on.
That's true. I never thought of that. That does make perfect sense.
For yeah, like I said, that's why shoes are a little different, because you can feel technology, so you
Yeah.
can feel the difference between a good pair of shoes and a not so good pair of shoes.
Yeah.
But a t-shirt, if the tag says 100% cotton and it's made in China, and we got one for $10 and one for $1,000, you mean to tell me that 100% cotton is going to be different from here to this $10 t-shirt over here?
Yeah. Very true.
I don't think so.
I got to bring this up because we do have something in common that we both, I think we respect. Yeah, we do. We respect it very much. Yeah, I think he froze. No, he didn't.
No. No, I didn't.
We have something in common that we both appreciate. That's the quality.
Oh man,
that Mr. Luxurious brings to our bearding game. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think people ask you a good bit about his fragrances, don't they?
About his scents, his oils, why I talk about him so much. People used to think that oh, you're just saying all this good stuff because he sends his shit for free. And then they later find out that he's never sent me one thing for free.
That's true. You've told me that once before.
Yeah, and I never asked. I never ever asked.
Tell me your thoughts on Dave, since we're talking about it. And this is not a paid or sponsored anything. I'm finding Dave and I have a connection with the Luxurious Bastard, and I know we do because I watched your videos, and I'm looking right at his face because I think he already knows where I'm going. You were posting it, you were talking your favorites, and you hesitated on saying one or two of them, and I think you looked in the camera and you said, "Scott's going to see this," because I'm pretty sure that there was a part of one of those videos you were like, "He's going to watch this, and I'm going to catch hell for it." Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you could be right.
I watched your video, and I know they've changed. What's your all-time favorite from him?
Oh my God.
You got to pick one.
I know. He does this shit to me too. You know what? If I had to pick one, and I think it's underrated. I don't hear it talked about as much as some of the other scents.
Yeah.
I have to go with Tobacconist, and here's why. That was the first beard oil that I smelled. I bought that in 1912 at the same time. And Tobacconist, I remember opening that and going, what in the hell is this? How do these guys make sense like this? Like, how is this possible in a beard oil? Because, I mean, I was going into the stores and smelling the beard oils, and they didn't really smell all that great. So I'm like, how the hell is this possible?
Right.
And then I smelled 1912, and I was blown away too. But not like I was with Tobacconist. Something about, I don't know. There's something about that damn scent. And I love sweet tobacco scents too.
Is there a big difference? And keep in mind, I don't know this because I've never smelled one. Is there a big difference in beard products that smell tobacco-y and a cologne or fragrance that smells tobacco-y?
Sometimes, so if we're talking Tobacconist, like Tobacconist smells like fresh Cavendish tobacco.
Yeah.
Like when I smell that, I can picture Dave sitting in front, getting ready to shoot one of his videos and packing a pipe, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of vision. Sometimes fragrance captures it, and sometimes they say tobacco, and I'm like, where the hell is the tobacco? Like, what kind of tobacco were you smelling to call this tobacco?
I'm with you completely, Rob. I have asked him to make. I know he's a one-man army and he can only do so much. I have told Dave for years if he made specific scents in cologne, such as tobacconist and holy, oh my gosh, people would be buying that like crazy.
You know what else is another slept-on scent too that needs to be in a candle?
Curious.
The cozy bastard.
Cozy would be a good one. Cozy would be a really good one. And I haven't gotten it this year yet. I haven't. I'm at the point now where I can't spend any more money for the holidays. I really can't. I can't. Mandy and I spent a good bit of money this year for Christmas and stuff, so we're kind of stuck, kind of done with that.
Yeah, it's a whole different world when you have kids.
Yeah, but we kind of went over our budget. Who doesn't do that? You know, it's Christmas time. It happens. That one right there, Mark Brown, the classy. Oh yeah, that is amazing. I love. If I could pick 5 from Dave,
Okay.
immediately.
Top
Number
5.
1 is everybody knows it's 1912. It's never going to change. Everybody knows that. I will never change that. Number 2.
Don't you have a 47-ounce bottle of 1912 beard oil?
A 4. I have a bottle the size of his conditioner, so it's a 4 ounce.
Okay.
And I'm actually almost out of it. I am. I wear it at least 2 or 3 times a week. No more. No less than 2. I can tell you that. 1912. Then honestly, this may surprise you. The Woodsman is now my new number 2 because he has so many cedars in it, and I absolutely love the smell of cedar. 3 is tobacconist. 4 is probably classy, and 5, and this is one that people probably like, what? Curious.
Oh, the curious bastard.
I love that scent. I've loved that. There's just something about it I love.
I'm surprised though. No bilberry, huh?
I am not a fan of blueberry at all. That's one thing.
Okay.
I don't even like to eat them. Not a fan of them. Not to say it isn't good. I said I don't like this. I was like, and to each his own. But that's what I say when it comes to that, because I know a lot of. I've only been able to try 3 or 4 of Lux's. Camo Cam, dude, what the hell? You got my number. We can fix this, okay? Yeah. We can fix this. So you just give me a holler, buddy.
I had to buy 3 bottles of bilberry.
Really?
Yeah. My girlfriend loved it so much that she started using it in her hair as a a leave-in conditioner.
Yeah, it helps. It helps on their ends. They put them on their tips of their hair as well. I know a girl that used to do that in my old job. And whenever I would pass products on, she would go first. She'd be the first one in because all the guys would just take everything. So
her father came over the one day and he was like, "Oh, I came over to see Dave. I need some beard oil," and she's like, "Oh, smell this." And he was like, "Oh, I love that." It was bilberry. So I'm like, Jesus Christ. Now I got to order another freaking bottle of bilberry. So
how often or how fast do you go through a bottle of oil yourself?
I mean, if they could, that collection of oils could last me probably for the next few years. I don't need a whole lot now.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have more colognes or more beard oils?
Oh, I have more fragrances than beard oils for sure.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Because I've kind of
my beard.
Go ahead.
My beard oil collection isn't that huge. Personally, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like within my collection, I have enough to get me through. I have enough variety to get me through a weekly rotation.
Yeah.
So why would I keep buying beard oils if I'm not going to use them? You know?
That's been my mentality before I shave my beard off. And when I talked to Dave about it, because when I made the announcement, I told him both in the same day, within like an hour of each other, and he goes, and I told him, I said, I really just don't feel that I need to buy anymore, and I said, I want to use what I want to use. I said, when I'm reviewing products, you
Right.
don't really get to enjoy them. You really don't. And I'm not knocking anybody who reviews products on a regular basis or anything like that. There's no way you get to enjoy your scents if you're doing it week in and week out. You're not. The answer is influencers. I maxed myself with 55 bottles. Oh, well, that picture still stands as one of my most popular like things I've ever put on social media. When I had like 500 bottles of oil in front of me that I got in a year's time, and I did that on purpose. I forget when it was a few years ago. In the picture, I'm looking at it, and you see my face. My face is wow, because that was live. I put the picture, and Mandy took the photo right. She is stop, and that is a really good photo. Then she looks at him. She says, "You got all these?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I wore them at least once, you know." But I don't really, I don't really want to buy anymore until I use everything I have. I just don't see a point.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. Also, there's, like I said, man, I have it down to a routine by brand.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're exactly right. Um, I've committed to using Lux's products for minimum 1 year for my beard growth, and I think I'm doing pretty damn good for just under 6 months of growing it back. I must say.
I will say, Lux's oils are the only oils that I could use every single day, and my
They
beard feels the same exact way every day.
they blend very well with colognes. I will say that is Lux is the number main company that when I wear cologne with it, it works.
Yeah.
A lot of other ones, not to knock them, they just don't. And I don't know why that is. It may be because he's designed them that way. I have no clue. But every time I wear a cologne, it works with whatever I'm wearing.
Which you wouldn't think that would be the case because his scents are so deep and, for the most part, dark and spicy and earthy. And you would think that, oh, they would clash, but they actually do pair very well with a lot of different things. But sometimes I like to go for the contrast.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll grab a fragrance that you wouldn't think like, oh, that wouldn't have been my first choice, but I'll grab it anyway. I don't care. But yeah, I have to agree with you, E. That's my number one. Yeah, for sure. Not even close.
He makes my number one scent. What more can I say? Because I know a lot of I got a couple people that message me. Why are you using his products? Why'd you pick him? Why wouldn't I? Honestly, he has my favorite scent. Why wouldn't I commit to use that every day for a year? And I did it just to help to give some promotion to Dave as well. I did. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I'm honored that he asked me. He goes, "What do you want?" He offered to, what if I need anything to let him know. And I've only done it once, just the one time since I've started growing out my beard. And it was only because I ran out of something. That was it. Everything else I've got, or except for the fall scents, because that was a part of the fall extravaganza. But I've pretty much gotten everything. I bought it myself.
Yep. And that's the thing too. I think that that most people wouldn't realize, or think of, because most times you may see the guy on an Instagram live, you might see him on YouTube, but you may not connect with him. If you connect with him outside of, like, behind the social media scenes, He's an awesome guy. Awesome.
Oh, yeah. I talk to him every day. Every day. He's 3 hours ahead of me, but he'll send me a message. And even if he's just sending me like a muscle or whatever, I get something from him at least every day. Good guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I would love to go ahead.
You'd love to go to California and meet him, wouldn't you? Because that's what me and Mandy want to do. We were talking about going to California to just a road trip for our vacation. And she says, if we go, we have to go to see him. I said, oh, we will. I said, there's no doubt about that. So that's
a road trip.
She wants to go cross country. My wife is Lux and I talk cigars. There you go. I know he's a big cigar guy too. She wants to go just take a road trip and go to California. She's always wanted to do that, just to go to the other side of the country. And we both said, if we go, we're going to the Luxurious Lounge without a doubt. I got to go see him.
Man, that would be awesome.
Yeah, it would be.
That would be awesome.
So what is Dave Cali? That's weird now that I know that's your last name now. I'm like, what does Dave Cali like to do other than sit in front of that camera, look pretty, style and profile, and he's making sales? What do you do for fun, honestly?
Well, on my outside of this space, I guess I have children, so I enjoy spending time with the fam. I'm a family man.
Okay.
And this is another thing that you and I can discuss also. I've been playing the drums for the past 20 years, so huge. Music is actually my number one passion.
And you never, ever told me this. How am I now figuring this out for the first time? This is almost un-American of you, man.
I don't know about that. I think if you scroll back through our Instagram messages, you may find something. I'm pretty sure I've told you that because I've seen your drum posts before.
I know a lot of people wanted me to post videos and stuff. I just never, and it's me. I never thought I was good enough to post that stuff. I would rather someone come watch me play. I would rather say, come to a show. You want to watch me play? That's when I'm at my full potential. That's how I am when I'm playing my guitar now. I don't want to show people that. I really don't. Because I screamed at a microphone for 10 to 15 years, and I played drums for not even 2, toured as well. I'm learning a guitar because I never had to be the guitar player in my bands. I always had prime guitar players. Now I'm learning myself and learning the equipment and everything. It's literally you're starting over. It's a new journey you're walking down. And dude, if Mandy only knew, how much music means to me. And I'm sure she does, but music is my world and always will be. I will never, ever stop listening to music. And I even posted my Spotify shit today because that come out today.
Oh.
Yeah, you get
I didn't catch that.
It says you have the app on your phone, don't you?
Yeah.
It should have told you, your wrap up of 2022 because I was posting all mine. And of course,
here it is.
Yeah, my number one, which was expected, Slayer.
My number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is all Pearl Jam.
I never even knew you were in any. And I honestly, I apologize if I didn't read your messages from a while back. What kit do you have?
I have a Mapex Saturn that I bought in 2004. No, what am I smoking crack? That was like 2007, 7 or 8.
Damn.
Yeah.
Mapex. Yeah. Mapex. What symbols you got?
Sabian. I use all Sabians all the way around.
Sticks.
ProMark 7A rebound.
Oh, nice. And heads, I'm going to guess on a Mapex, I'm going with Evans.
Yep. All the way around.
Coated or clear?
I just 2 weeks ago, I switched to clear heads, but I was playing coateds for about 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
Just because at that time I was going for a different sound. You know, I think you and I share some similarities. So you get into this not funk, but you're like, I want to change something. And I don't know what the hell it is. Because I tried changing the grip. It's like, it's not the grip. I just go back to the same thing. And it's like, I got to change something. It's bothering me. And then you're looking at your drums and you're like, I got to change these heads. Let me go on Dario's website and see what's going on. So that's literally what I did. And I was like, you know what? I haven't played coated heads since I was playing in an 80s cover band years ago. So I was like, let me see what's going on with coated heads. So I put them on and I kept them on for a long time. I thought the drum sounded killer.
Yeah.
But there is nothing like being a rock drummer and hitting a clear head.
I agree.
Oh.
I agree with you. I always used I sold my drum set. I did. I think I said that on
the red kit that you have?
The orange kit I had, I sold it.
Oh, the orange kit,
I sold it honestly because it was sitting in these cases for years. Don't get me wrong. I know I may regret it one way, shape, or form, but I wanted a PB 5150. I wanted Eddie Van Halen's amp.
All right. Okay. All right.
So, and I got it. But I also, the black guitar that I just posted on Instagram, I wanted that guitar. And Mandy said, sell your drum set, because I was thinking about it. Sell your kit, buy your guitar. I sold that drum set to like a 10, 11-year-old kid. No joke.
Oh, that probably made his year.
His dad bought it, but a 10-year-old kid has it. And he is a big Slipknot and, all the new metal stuff and the newer stuff. I know he's playing it to this day. I know he is. And everything I had was all pearl, all vinyl cymbals. And I took care of my stuff. I did. It was all road case, ready to go for any musician to go, just to go play. And do I regret it? Not yet, honestly, because I would look at it. This is literally, it was sitting right over here, and I would look at it and I would say to myself, I wish I was playing. I don't want to play in a band ever again. I don't want the headache, but I miss the fun. And I think you'll agree with me. You play by yourself, it's not the same. If you play yourself, it's not the same as playing in a room with the group. It's completely different.
See, I was spoiled because right before COVID happened, the group that I'm in, we were playing out every weekend. The crazy thing is, it was supposed to be a one show thing. Just the lead singer of the band, one of my best friends, just to launch the album. But after the show, like days after the show, people were like hitting us up. They're like, yo, when is your next show? And we're like, there isn't a next show. That was it. And it was kind of like one of those things. The demand was there, and we were like, should we do it? And then, me being me, I'm like, hell yeah. So we got spoiled, though, because then we were playing out every single, well, not every single, but just about every weekend. And then, shutdown, lockdown happened. We came back, and things just haven't been the same.
You still playing right now?
We're still technically together. We just haven't played out in a while. There's been a lot. There's no drama. I could tell you that right now. There's no drama. Yeah. There never was. Not even for like 5 minutes. Okay. But I have a family. He has a family. He received a promotion. I switched jobs. His wife started a new career. Our schedules are so all over the place, I haven't even approached him.
Yeah.
So
It happens. That's another thing. When I come back from tour, I got married, and I said, I don't want to do this anymore. I left the group on good terms. I told them my tour do their tour for them, and then I'd send them on their way. And they're still together, but I miss it. I do. I don't miss the headache. I don't miss the drama. My old bandmates, for the one that I was the singer of, they don't have a singer right now, and they've asked me once to play for them, and it was the day I got the messages. It was right around Halloween. They sent me the message, some text messages there. Hey, you coming out tonight? And I said, what? They said, we need you. And that's like the message you don't want to read. You're like, oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Mark sent me the messages, I need you. And I was like, and when I read that, being I have from rough anxiety, it hit me, and I was like, oh no. I literally almost went into panic attack. I said, I can't do this. I wasn't ready. For one, I would have sounded like crap because I haven't screamed in a microphone in 10 years. So I couldn't have done it. And I told him, I said, if this would happen again, I was like, you have to give me at least like a 2-week notice. I said, I have to prepare to do this. I said, physically and mentally. I was like, I can't do this. And they're playing now. They're like, come on, man, come on out. Because they're playing instrumental. And they're playing.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They're playing down-tuned heavy metal crap, and I'm like, I can't do it, they're literally 20 minutes away from me when they play, and I'm like, no, I would love to, but just a part of me, I'm like, if I dip my toes in that water, I'm liable to fall in. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I really don't want to. Dave, I did not know, honestly. I didn't know you were playing out and such. That is really cool to know. We're going to have to switch numbers, and we're going to have to go down the music road from time to time, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What we're doing now? So, well, first I'll answer Hook'em's question. Once in a while, I'll put a little snippet of me playing a little something on the drums, but no, you will never see like a dedicated drum video to the channel. There's a lot of different reasons for that. But I'll tell you the main one is audio.
Yeah. Yeah. People don't understand. You can't just use a camera or a phone to play loud instruments. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all.
Yeah, you need a specific, I mean, you could do it with a microphone, but then you need a soundboard. You need to have the right software to be able to change the pitch and the different, the different tones that the drums can give off. It's too much. I'm not doing all that. I'm not skilled enough. I'm not advanced enough, and I don't care enough. So, I mean, yeah, every now and again, I will definitely do like a little snippet in place of an intro of me just, doing something, having a little fun. But outside of that, no.
So, where do you see yourself going in the future? When I say that, what's the future of Cali's Groom Room? Where are we going? What are we doing?
We are bringing more diverse content back to the channel in 2023.
Okay. Is this a goal, or is this we're doing it? Because that you were.
Oh no, it's going to happen, and I gotta say, and believe me, I'm not saying this to. Sorry, my throat is super dry. I'm not saying this to just because you're in front of my face and everything, but ever since we started planning this, I've been throwing around the idea of putting a product video together, a beard product video together, because I haven't covered beard content in forever. And since we're heading into the holiday season, maybe a top five recommendation type video will help people, not only inside of the community, but you have to think about reach too. You never know who's watching your channel,
That's right. That's very
It could
true.
it could be somebody that is just like, hey, let me see if anybody's talking about any type of, my husband wants beard oil. Let me see if anybody's talking about that on YouTube. There are people like that out there that will
You're
come to
right.
YouTube just to search for specific stuff.
I did. Look at me now. That's true.
Same. I did it with hair, with beard products, with fragrance. I did it with just about everything beauty related.
Okay. Well, we've reached our hour of the conversation. Now the page gets flipped over.
Uh-oh.
You know what that means. When the page turns, that's when the fun begins. David Cali, you are officially now in the hot seat. I'm about to ask you a page full of questions. You just answer with your answer as fast as you can. And we always start out. Some of them you may have heard before. Some of them you may have not. Look at him. He's getting ready. Look at him. He's ready. And we always start out with the famous one, Coke or Pepsi.
Pepsi.
From Camo Cam and your best impersonation, I'm Batman.
Huh?
You got to say it. Hey, he brought it to the table. I had to include it. So
I'm Batman.
that's actually pretty damn good. This
Damn,
is from
wow.
my.
All right.
That's pretty good. This is from my wife. Your PB&J. What's on it? What the bread, the peanut butter, and the jelly.
Honey wheat, chunky peanut butter, and banana.
Okay.
If
That's a first.
if I'm feeling froggy, we'll throw some grape jelly on there. Why not?
Okay. How do you take your coffee?
Black. I have to taste all the flavor of that coffee.
Okay. One, your all-time favorite cologne.
Naxos by Zerzhov. Can we go back to the coffee thing?
Yeah, yes.
Just in case you and I ever meet up and you're like, hey, I thought you took your coffee black. You lied to me. I don't want you trying to punch me in the face or anything. If we were at Starbucks, if we were at like a Starbucks, sometimes I'll get a splash of heavy cream in there. But if I'm at home, it's hot and it's black coffee. Yeah.
Okay. And you talked about that cologne. How much is that bottle of cologne?
You could find it on discounted websites for like $175.
Okay. All right.
It's up here.
Yeah, let me see the bottle.
Hold on. Let me not die. It looks like this.
Okay. All right. Okay. You got to smell it while it's in your hand. You got to smell it.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 pet peeves.
Oh, God. Just 3?
Yeah.
I have a... Whew, shit. I really don't like... I'm not a fan of people that lie. That's a pet peeve. You always have to be straightforward with me. Even if you assume that you're going to offend me, you're not going to, but just be straightforward. Don't try to be sneaky. Don't beat around the bush. Just be straightforward. It's okay. Life goes on. I'm very OCD. So you could take that however you will. I'm very particular about certain things. So that's a pet peeve of mine. Everything has to be like in order.
Mm-hmm.
Like here, I'll give you an example. I always have to brush my teeth before I get into the shower, not after.
That's okay.
Do you know why?
Why is that?
Because sometimes the toothpaste gets in the beard, and I don't want to I can't be putting water in there and trying to get it out. I could just go right in the shower. So, like that type of thing. My shoes, everything like that. Like I put things in a place where I know I'm gonna find them. You might not be able to find them, but I know where they are. That's that's what's a third pet peeve? Ask me the next question. I'll think about it.
Okay, your Christmas shopping, or you're going shopping for, let's just say it's the new woman. Are you all in, or are you going cheap?
It's a new woman. I'm getting
Yeah,
her
your new girl, your new girlfriend, whoever it is. You really dig her. Are you going cheap, or are you going all in?
I'll get her one nice thing, and then a couple cheapo gifts. Because you never know, you might break up in 2 months.
Your Christmas tree, multicolored lights or white lights?
No, multicolored. Who's the psychopath that does one color light?
My wife. She likes the white. But you got to remember, we live on a farm and our house is like a farmhouse, so it kind of fits.
Well,
Okay.
guys, this is my last time on Scott's channel.
Your most favorite and most hated Christmas movie?
Oh, my favorite's a Christmas Story. I mean, it's a classic.
And most hated?
Most hate. I don't know if I honestly don't think I dislike any of them.
Okay. All right.
I really do. Now Christmas music, we could throw the whole thing in the trash. But I love Christmas movies, though. I really do.
Okay.
I really enjoy this time of year.
Me too. All right. Dave Cali's pizza. Your favorite pizza? What all's on it?
All right. It's a white pizza. It's square.
Okay.
Because what kind of psycho? No, never mind. I'm not asking that. It's a square pizza. We have to have green peppers, olives, and onions on it.
Okay.
Now,
all right.
If we're going to a place that I'm not familiar with, I have to have a slice of plain pizza because I have to see like what's going on. Like, I want to taste their flavor, what they bring to the table.
You sound like a pizza connoisseur, man. Like
I love pizza, man. I really love pizza. I do.
So do I. What color
I don't eat it. All right, I'm getting sidetracked here. I'm doing it to myself.
That's all right,
What
man.
color is who?
What color is your toothbrush?
White and blue.
White and blue?
Yeah.
In the shower, are you using a loofah or a washcloth itself?
Loofah.
Okay. Boxers or briefs?
Hybrid. Boxer briefs.
Okay. And then my next one, you answered, said if you played music, your instrument to play, you're a drummer. So that one you answered yourself. But if you were to do another instrument, what would it be?
I would probably sing. I probably wouldn't do if I was to do an instrument though. If I was like forced to, I would probably want to learn the piano, like classical piano.
Okay, all right. Zeppelin or Sabbath?
Oh,
you got to pick one.
I have to go Zeppelin.
Okay. Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam.
This is Pearl Jam all the way, huh? Okay.
Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, or who else?
Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, or Nirvana.
Oh shit, you threw Alice in Chains in there.
Yeah.
Pearl Jam's my favorite band ever, though. But
one of them has to go. Who are you getting rid of?
Nirvana was in there, right?
Uh-huh.
Nirvana's got to go.
Okay.
See ya.
You just found Aladdin's lamp. What are your 3 wishes?
Oh. Man, I forgot you were going to ask this question.
See, and no one ever. You don't know what I'm going to ask you because I've done this for like 35 times now. You don't know what I'm going to ask, and that's why I said Christmas. I'm throwing some Christmas in there, so you don't know.
I love the Christmas talk, but this one's so hard because, like, I don't know. I'm weird in a way that I would want to help other people out, like burn my 2 wishes for other people and then save the last one for my family and myself. You know, like
That's
us,
okay.
not just me. My first wish would be that I wish everybody would be able to once a day find something good to think about themselves.
That's a good
So
one.
I think, I think a lot of times it's easy to think that, especially around this time of year, Christmas, the holidays brings out a lot of stress. So I think if we all thought one nice thing to say about ourselves every single day, that it would put us in a better space. That would be one. I, you know, being a parent, I would have to wish for something. I mean, no, I don't know. No kid should ever have to suffer. I would love to do something, fix, cure childhood illnesses.
Okay.
I couldn't even imagine. And then this is tough too. Like everybody here, we're happy, we're healthy. I mean, we're not rich, but I don't really want. See, and that's the thing too. Like, I don't want money. I don't want to be. I don't like. I know some people have probably said if you ask somebody this, they're probably like, "Oh, give me $1 million." Why? You're gonna have a million more problems with that money.
That's true. That is very
it'll
true.
it'll make life great for the here and now, but you don't have a salary that could support that type of income. So I mean, if you're spending more than you're earning, you're gonna burn through that money like that.
Joey Hookham is asking beer or whiskey. I actually forgot that one.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not much of a drinker these days. If I had to choose, though, if somebody said you can have beer or whiskey, what's it going to be? It's definitely going to be whiskey.
And what would it be?
I'm not much of a whiskey snob, so if all you have is Jack Daniels, I'm okay with that.
Okay. All right. What is the best advice you have given and received?
Man, these are fire questions. The best advice that I've given is anybody I've ever given advice to, because I don't take 1% of my own advice. I always give good advice, but never ever do I apply it my own self. No, I just, once again, any way that I could help anybody is probably the best advice I can give, whether it comes to mental health talks where we just chill, we talk, and I let you de-stress or vent, whatever you need. But it could also come down to, products of any kind, whether it be beard, hair, fragrance, whatever somebody's into. That's it. But honestly, the best advice probably right now goes to my kids. I made a shitload of mistakes in my life in trying to embed it into them because they don't realize, I think on the surface, sometimes they probably think, oh, he's a jerk. Well, there's a reason for that,
Mm-hmm.
I see a path. And if you go down this path, you're going to see me at the end going, hey, remember me?
Yep.
Talking to you all that stuff before. So it's because I've already been there and I could see the path and I want to take you off that path and say, no, you need to be on this one right here.
Yeah.
So those are my I would say my children get my best advice.
What's the best you've ever received?
Oh my God. I've had so many phenomenal mentors throughout my whole life. I've received so much great life advice from so many different people. Work related, personal relationships. I remember lots of things, but one of the most impactful that I remember standing with my old vice president of sales, and I asked him, and I'm probably going back 7 years ago, 7 years ago, and I asked him, I said, "Hey, how's your family doing?" He's like, "Great." I said, "How's the wife?" He's like, "Awesome." He's like, "She's so," and he was kind of going on about how amazing his wife was. And I said, "See, that's what I want." And he goes, "Listen, be patient, and the universe will bring that woman to you. But you have to be patient, and everything will work itself out." Well,
Okay.
he was right.
All right. I'm putting you on the spot here. You have to make a
Good.
choice. You have to do this. I'm putting you on the spot. You either got to give me your Hey Yo promo or your Steve Austin promo. Let's hear it.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. You see, you weren't.
Steve Austin or who else?
Scott Hall, the bad guy.
I wish I had a toothpick down here. I was just doing a Scott Hall impression. I don't think I can do a Steve. Thanks, Alan. I appreciate that. I think we're going to have to go Scott Hall. I think we're going to have to do a Scott Hall.
Okay. All right.
Hey, yo. I told you that I'm the real bad guy. And you're never, ever going to see a bad guy that looks like this. You're never going to see him again.
That's actually pretty good. That was a good one. You even like looked in the camera like you were into that one.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the perfect burger for Dave? Oh yeah.
Oh. No, I'm going to tell you. There's no such thing as a terrible burger unless it's overcooked. And overcooked is anything over a medium is overcooked. Actually, that should be like I don't know. I feel like that should be a federal offense, honestly. But bacon, we got to have bacon. It has to be 2 patties, at least a double patty. Nice thick burgers too. None of that thin crap. Angus meat, onions, lightly cooked onions, lettuce, 2 different types of cheese too, pepper jack on one patty, yellow cheddar on the other.
Okay.
We have to have some kind of spicy sauce. Spicy, but yet creamy type of sauce on there. Bell peppers, sauteed green peppers, jalapenos, whatever you want. Whatever, tomato, I don't care. Load it up. You ever have egg on a burger?
I have. It's really good. And Gary from Alley Cat I haven't done this yet, but he's told me in the past, put peanut butter on a burger. He says it will change your mind. And I'm like, it just got my interest. Something wants to tell me I got to try it.
Sorry about that. I had to call my son and say, "Listen, man, I'm dying down here. I need water."
No, that's okay.
Peanut butter on a burger. You know what?
A
foodie.
It just sounds interesting.
I'm a foodie. I can't knock any type of food until I try it.
Right.
I hated Brussels sprouts. And my girlfriend's like, "Listen, for dinner tonight, I'm going to make you a steak." This was over the summer. She said, "I'm going to grill you a steak and I'm going to make Brussels sprouts." She's like, "But hear me out. I'm going to cook them a certain way." And I'm not like thanks, man. Hey, you're handsome.
He knows. That's awesome.
So she said, "I'm going to make Brussels sprouts, but I'm going to cook them a certain way." And I'm not like, you can't tell me something and then not like, you can't leave me in limbo.
Right.
So I'm like, no, what is this special way that you're going to make them? And eventually she told me, she's like, I'm going to put spices. I'm going to sprinkle some Parmesan cheese. I'm going to put them in the convection oven for a little while and let them cook with some olive oil over top. They were awesome.
I think I've eaten them that way before. It sounds good. That does sound good. Okay. I don't know if you are in. I don't know if you're into this. So if you don't, you can just say pass. This is a random question I come up with. LeBron, Kobe, and Michael Jordan. Put them in order. 1, 2, 3.
Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron.
And he did that without hesitation, people. So he knew that. Your top 5 greatest luck since in order. Oh, I'm putting you on the spot.
I'm going Blackbeard at number 1.
Oh, okay.
Tobacconist at number 2. Number 3. Number 3. I know number 4 would be Bilberry. Number 5 would be original. So what would number 3 be? I do love the original luxurious. That's a good one. Number 3. Yeah, I would have to go with the self-titled luxurious bastard.
Okay. All right. That's a good one. That is a good one, by the way. Okay. 3 bearding channels you watch on a regular basis, and they influence you, and they influence you enough that you want to continue to do bearding content.
Let's see. So, Dancy Bearded. Damn. I hope I don't forget anybody. Daniel the Bearded too is definitely up there. I want to say Scuba, but honestly, I don't really watch him for the beard content. I watch him for the shenanigans.
Yeah, so do I. I love him. I love the guy. When he's an idiot, it's funny.
I would love to have a phone conversation with that guy. But anyway, the Shark too. I never miss one of. I guess Mo couldn't be here because he's probably shooting something for his OnlyFans page. I'm guessing.
More than likely, I tried to tell him to steer away from it, but he couldn't do it. I understand.
Well,
and also, go ahead.
I did hear that he was trying to get some kind of sexy photo shoot done with Yoo-Hoos before the holidays. So I don't know if that was like promotion or something. I don't know.
He's trying to kiss their butt. He's trying to get like a lifetime supply, obviously.
Yeah.
That's what he's working on.
You never know what's up his tail fin.
So I got 3 bearding channels. Now give me 3 cologne fragrance channels that I need to look into because I don't know these.
If anybody wants to learn, I feel like the best place to learn about individual notes would be The Perfume Guy. That's literally what he's called. You could find him on Instagram. You could find him on YouTube. And I've talked to Sebastian is the guy's name.
Okay.
I've talked to him a bunch over the past 2 years. Great guy. But yeah, he's great. I'm also trying to think of people that aren't. Never mind. I don't want to say that. I'm trying to think of channels that will give you the best variety as well. I think Ross from TLTG Reviews would be a great place, a great channel to check out there. If you want to learn, if you like classic fragrances, old school type fragrances, barbershop style fragrances and things like that, Mr. Smelly, he's from England. He's a great channel. I have a lot of respect for him. Max Forte is another great one. Redolescence is great too. Man, I could fire off a bunch of
people I've never even heard of before. Honestly, no joke.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got I got two more for you. The bearding routine, and when that means how you style your beard from out of the shower, ready to go. What do you do?
All right, so twice a week. So I have 2 days off, right? 2 days off a week. They're spread out. They're not consecutive. So since they're spread out, 2 days a week I go in and I strip the beard fully strip it with soap. So there's that. Monday I start the week off with Lux. Tuesday is my alternate day. If I feel like I need some extra moisturization within the beard with the skin, I'll stay with Lux, or I might switch to Artius Man. So Artius Man does make my weekly rotations quite a bit. Wednesday is the day, regardless, where I throw in Bahawat. That's a great right in between. Like the beard is already moisturized, feeling great from the previous 2 days. I don't really need much more. I just need to maintain the moisturization that's there. That's what I feel like Bahawat exceeds in. So that's Wednesday. Thursday's another hybrid. I probably go with maybe the bearded Mac on Thursdays.
Okay.
Friday. Sphinx beard. Friday, Sphinx beard is my go-to. Shout out to Mo too. I love that guy. Must be a Mo thing. Saturday, I don't know, man. Saturday might be my weather beard thing. I got to tell you, and you're going to know right where I'm talking about. And if anybody in the chat feels like being honest, I think we can all relate. Like when you tried 15 to 20 different brands throughout the course of your journey, eventually you get to a point you're like, all right, this feels great. But so did this, that, the next one, the one over there, the one upstairs, and the one in the basement. You know, you start like, okay, these all feel great, but what makes them unique? You know what I mean? I'm telling you, man, this Weatherbeard supply, I was freaking sleeping on. I don't know why. Every time this stuff touches my beard, it's like instant. I fall in love with it again. Same exact. It could take my beard from feeling like shit and making it feel and look great. I love the stuff. And this is not me like campaigning or advertising for them. I bought the product because I was sleeping. It was actually, were they, I saw him on a stream. Was it your stream?
No, he comes in. He comes in from. He's never been
No,
on.
it was. It was Daniel's stream. It was Daniel the Bearded. My apologies. So yeah, that's Christ.
I got one more question. Go ahead.
Go check out Alan's channel too. Fragrance Fight Night. He's the most entertaining person in the fragrance community. He's funny as hell.
I will be watching these here in the next week for sure.
He's also a wrestling fan, so you have to be careful. He lives in Pennsylvania also. He has no problem suplexing people.
Okay.
To get his point across. So
the last question we have on the paper is to bring back one person from the dead to hang out with for a week. Who would it be?
My uncle.
Okay. I'm glad you didn't pick a celebrity. No, that shows a lot about you right there, because I can tell you're a family man, because you really thought about that for a split second. That was awesome.
Yeah, I would love to say, oh, it would be great to bring Chris Cornell back, but I don't know,
Yeah.
I was heartbroken when he died, don't get me wrong. Like there's still sometimes, like when my son asks me like questions about him and how I started getting into Soundgarden and Temple of Dog and all this other shit. And I get a little emotional sometimes talking about him. I do feel a connection to some of these musicians, and you know exactly where I'm coming from.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know them personally. And you know what they say? Sometimes it's good that you don't meet your idols, because what if they're like not the person you thought they would have been? Like, I know who my uncle was, you know what I mean? So to have one more conversation with him would be special.
We always end the hot seat round with two add-on questions. One is actually there's three actually. One
right.
is yeah. One is who would you like to see in the hot seat?
Is there anybody you haven't had in the hot seat that you would like to get in the hot seat?
I'm thinking about that because I was expecting you to ask me that question. One of them I know that I'm getting in here is Rob Acker. I'm putting Rob Acker in the hot seat. I put a feeler out there, and I've got 4 or 5 people that message me that want to do it. I know Mo is going to actually be in it because the one and only time I was supposed to get him in here, he completely got me by surprise and took over my live stream, and it was my 3-year anniversary, so I didn't get to do it. So literally, he got me on that one. Mo wants to be in the hot seat. I want to put Rob Acker in the hot seat because that's a dude that I respect, and I just love. I love anything he makes on Instagram or YouTube. He's awesome at it.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm going to be getting Tyson from Copper John's Bearding Company. He's going to be in the hot seat in the future. And I really enjoyed using his products. I really did. I want to talk to him about something, not in a negative way. I want to get his take on something. And I think he'll do a very good job on my topic.
Is it going to be a hot take type of topic?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, kind of.
I like spicy. Spicy's good.
Who do you want to see in the hot seat?
I don't know. I think it was Dave ever in the hot seat?
Lux himself?
Yeah.
No. Honestly, the reason why, and it's not that big of a deal. If I want him to be on my channel, he's 3 hours ahead of us. So I'd literally have to work around his schedule, which is no big deal.
Yeah.
Like, if I want him to be, and not only that, he's a one-man show for his company and stuff. And I understand.
Yeah, that's true.
If I wanted him to be like a prime time, it would have to be at midnight for us and like 9 o'clock for him.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
that's true. I didn't think about that.
I want to. He was my second goal. My first one I got in the first season, which was Eric Bandholz, which that was still mind boggles that I got him in here. And my second one was Dave, and it's going to happen. I just haven't done it yet.
What about Dan?
You got to give me last names here because there's
Dan C.
I have not gotten Dan C in here yet.
I think that would be a good one.
We can do it.
Yeah.
Okay. And Cedric from the bearding company Beard Justice, who makes amazing cologne scented beard products, I may add.
Yeah, you were telling me about his brand.
He makes really good cologne scented products. Butter is amazing as well. He added to the hot seat that you, the guest, can put me in the hot seat for a speed round. So if you would like to do that, fire away.
Okay. I didn't write any of these questions down or anything, so I'm going to be going off the top of my head. So it's not going to be as hot seat-esque, but let's see here.
Fine.
We'll start with an icebreaker. Pepsi or Coke?
Coke all day.
Get off my channel. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, that's acceptable. Whatever. Wait, regular Coke or cherry Coke?
Cherry if I'm going out to dinner and it's available, but if I'm buying one, just regular Coke.
All right. We could still be friends, I guess. So what inspired you to shave your beard off and continue to grow it? Because you really could have shaved it off and said, "I'm done."
One, my wife, she said you can't go without facial hair because she never seen me, and I was a completely different person, and she was surprised. But also, I'm kind of this is a part of me, and I really think that it's a part of who I am. I know it's kind of stupid to say it's facial hair. It's a part of my life journey.
Mhm.
I'm still in front of this camera to talking to you guys because of this.
No, I mean that's. I think that makes perfect sense. I've had some sort of facial hair since I was 18 or 19 years old, something like that.
Me too.
Um, favorite heavy metal band?
That's a toss up between Metallica or Slayer. It's one or the other,
Okay.
honestly.
For the rest of your life, you could only listen to one band, Metallica or Slayer.
Slayer. I'd pick Slayer.
Damn. Okay. All right. So if I was to say to you, "Hey Scott, you can still run your channel, but it could be grooming. You just can't do beard products anymore." What would you decide to cover if it wasn't beard products, and why?
I'm thinking.
It's all right. I have all the time in the world. I'll wait.
Soap. 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 Because I have used multiple soap. I'm sure everybody else has. I'm very particular on how my skin feels. I would pick soap.
Do you like a soap where your skin feels just purely clean, or do you like when it leaves that kind of sheen on your skin? Like it
Clean.
feels moisturized. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. I could go either way when I think about it, either one. But I'm more along the lines of the cleanliness.
Yeah. I agree also. So not that it matters if I agree or not, because you're in the hot seat. Favorite faction in WWE all time?
Right there. It's either that or anybody that was ever against them with the Road Warriors in the War Games matches. Because it was Sting and Lex Luger. It was Nikita Koloff. Those matches we will never forget.
And the Legion of Doom is arguably the best tag team of all time.
I don't care what anybody says. There are other ones that are right up there. They are the greatest. I love Road Warriors. Always will.
Most times when I say that, people are like, really? You think so? I'm like, really? You think something different? Are you kidding me?
I love watching wrestling as a whole. I do. I've been watching it working on 40 years now. I'm never going to stop. I know it's a soap opera. I know some people look at it differently. There's just something about it, and I won't stop watching it.
You know what, Mark? I got to tell you, if I had to choose a favorite faction, that would be mine.
Probably, I could see. Yeah, they were very very influential. I'll say, and inspirational as well because they're. If you watch the other company, AEW, people try to get to that level. It's not the same. It really is, and I'm not knocking them. Just being honest, they're
I,
not going to get the level they had.
I'm going to be honest with you too. I'm not a huge fan of AEW.
I like watching it. I do. It's good. You get to see the people who aren't in the biggest of the best when they're still wrestling. But the biggest thing they have there right now is their champion, and
Yep.
I think he's above and beyond them. And it's the funny thing is, I'm not saying he's a bad wrestler. He's a good wrestler. He's not artistic by any means. He's not technical. He's a good wrestler, but he is one of the greatest people on the microphone in the world right now. He is the hottest thing in AEW. I've said it since he started. He's amazing. He is absolutely amazing when he picks up a microphone.
He reminds me a lot of somewhere between The Rock and John Cena, to
Yeah.
where he's great on the mic, probably one of the best talkers we've seen since John Cena's ruthless aggression era when he
Yeah.
was a rapper. Say what you want about John, but those promos were epic.
Yeah.
But this guy has like a solid 5 to 7 moves, just like The Rock, just like John Cena. They had 5 to 7 moves, but there's something about him. He has that appeal that you can't help but to listen and to watch.
That's very true. I can't put my finger on it either. He's a draw. He is an absolute draw. And one of my supervisors at work, he has a theory. He may be right. I'm not saying he is. I don't know. He put out this prediction at work last week when MJF won the belt. He said he has a feeling that by the end of it all, MJF will be in WWE because we all know he's going to be with AEW till 2024.
Yeah.
He has a feeling that somehow they're going to connect and work together. Maybe like, their brand, it's their brand or whatever. But at the end of it, AEW wins, but MJF goes to WWE with the title. And I said, but he said, that's where it's going to connect. And I said, dude, that would be like the greatest day in wrestling history that WWE got their main rival and they worked together. Because think about it. 20, 30 years ago, WCW, they folded and he bought it. Vince bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be something if MJF is on Raw with the AEW world title? Yeah, exactly. Like what Flair did back in the day, but he did it because he bought the belt. That was why.
That would be crazy, but I don't know about that. Would be something for the ages.
That'd be the craziest day in wrestling history.
But I do see him going to WWE. That's inevitable. That's going to happen. And you could kind of tell that the way he carries himself and things, he kind of seems like he's either trying to fit the WWE like model, or he's just made to be in WWE,
I think he's going to change the company when he goes there. I really do.
But at the same time, if they don't join forces, losing MJF could really hurt AEW big time.
Mm-hmm. It would because he's not in the WWE at all. He's never been there. He doesn't. He worked as an extra, but he never really did anything.
Nope.
He didn't have a story. I agree with I agree with what you're saying. I do. I have a feeling he's going to be the stone that breaks the back. I do.
Yeah, I do think that, especially, and I agree with you. I hope CM Punk does not come back to WWE.
No, me neither.
Do I see it happening? I mean, if that does happen, it would probably be on like a part-time basis.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega would have been great for the WWE like 6 or 7 years ago when he was a free agent. Now, I don't know, man. The dude's what, 45 or 43, 45 years old?
There's really no point for him to go there. It really isn't. It's not going to change. He's not going to make that company any better. It's not going to make him any better because he wrestled in the WWE as like a local town or whatever they call them. He got to wrestle as Kenny Omega. You could look it up on YouTube and see. And he just got the shit beat out of him. They didn't really give him a chance. So I don't want to call him a jobber. I don't want to call him a jobber, but he had, that's pretty much what he did. And I said, man, I watched it and I said, and just think he became the biggest thing in the world years later. It's sad.
Crazy. it's crazy, but I think now his career is basically like his best years are behind him. I think, I just think he's kind of like at this point he's aged quite a bit, and
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if he does, I think that would be cool, but I also don't think that the fan appeal is there like it was
No.
previously. But he also said that when he signed with AEW, that he didn't just sign for the money. He said that because pretty much, WWE was ready to give him whatever the hell money he wanted at that point.
Yeah.
He didn't want to work the schedule.
Yeah, because it's different. That's one of the big things, and they work 2-3 days a week in AEW and WWE. They're on camera almost 24 hours. Whenever to drop a hat, boom, you got to do this, you got to do that. You see all these people on social media, all these wrestlers, they're in their get-ups, and they have they could be doing a photo shoot, or they got to make a promo for this day that'll be on the WWE Instagram 5 days from now. They're always doing something.
Yeah, and I don't think. And then you saw it too, right there. He was telling you, like, I'm not about that life. I'm not going to do that type of schedule.
Yeah,
it told you right there that he recognized that those days are behind him, and that was like 6-7 years ago. You know what I mean? So I agree with you. I don't think there's a point anymore. I do think things are going to be a lot different with Hunter. I think that the WWE isn't going to be as commercialized when it comes to the in-ring part of it. I think too, maybe with Hunter, they get a little bit more bolder. That's what people want.
Yeah.
That's what people want.
I was watching a YouTube channel today, and they were talking about Regal coming back to the WWE, but no one knows for sure that I know. I mean, they don't know how long he's signed with AEW for. The talk was he was signed for 1 year, which will be in February. He can come back, or unless he asks for his release and they give it to him, which I highly doubt that would be the case. Hunter is going to put him back in NXT, and that's where he's going to go, because Regal ran it, and I ain't gonna lie, those were the greatest times of NXT. Always, I will say that forever. Regal, he cared for those kids. He called them my kids. He's like a mentor to them. Yep. I really do think he's going to come back, and when he does, he's going to be the right hand man to Hunter. Unless Sean stays down in NXT, which he's doing a fine job. I think he is. I think he's turning it around. But I see William Regal being Hunter's right-hand man, because he always has been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. I could totally see that too. And I've always liked William Regal.
How can you not? He was great.
I think he was great in the ring too. I don't know. But I even liked him when he was that weird, like when he had that weird ass construction worker gimmick.
Yeah.
I even liked him then.
He was that. I don't know why they did that, but that was when they character.
They're still trying to figure out why they did that.
Yeah. Dave, I would love to continue having this conversation, but we have been in front of this camera for 2 hours, and I know I got to get my butt up and go to work. I hate to shut this down. I don't think I've ever shut one down, but I'm going to call this a night. I want to thank you. Before we go any further, I want to thank you for giving me your time. I appreciate you doing this. I wanted to bring back Open the Door because I like doing it. I'm not going to do it on a weekly basis. I'm saying this to all the viewers watching.
Yeah,
I'm going to do this kind of sporadically. I'm taking the Steve Austin, his Broken Skull sessions approaches. You don't know when it's going to happen. Literally, you're going to see the promo, and that's when it's coming. So that's what I'm going for. So My next one, I'm going to try to get Rob Acker. That's my next one. I want to have, and I'm going to clear my night for him because that's going to be a hell of a chat. He and I have butted heads quite a bit, and he has led me down the right path. And I think I want to chew the fat with him for a while. It's been a long time coming.
Rob Acker is a great guy right there.
Yeah. But I want to thank you for educating me in the perfumery in Cologne area because I have never traveled down that road. And I'm also glad you didn't make fun of the clones I wear.
No, I don't give a shit. Yeah, and if you ever have any questions or anything like that about specific notes or any type of fragrances or anything like that, feel free to slide right into my DMs and I'll be glad to help you out.
Awesome.
That's not a problem at all.
I hope you had a good time and a good chat with me tonight, man.
Oh, I love this. I'm so glad that we were able to do this, and I can't thank you enough for having me on here. Seriously, this is awesome.
It's fun.
This is awesome.
This is really fun. I needed to do this. I needed to bring this back for myself and for the channel because I know a lot of people missed it. So I hope people watch it in the in the days to come because this has been a good chat. Guys, I want to end it on that note. I want to thank you all for tuning in and watching. I know we've been on here for 2 hours, but hey, time's precious. What can I say? You know,
and time flies when you're having fun, right?
That's true. Yeah. Alrighty, everybody. So Dave, I don't know how you end your videos, but give us a sign off, man.
I do. Until next time, love each other, take care of each other, respect everyone. Peace.